What happens when a jeweler with a passion for martial arts decides to build his own movie studio? From underground fight clubs to sci-fi dystopias, FilmOne carved out a reputation as Canada's homegrown answer to the American action boom of the 1990s. Let's count down 10 action-packed movies that defined FilmOne Productions, the studio that turned low budgets and raw ambition into a full-blown martial arts legacy. Kicking off the list at number 10, we have The Circuit 2. Released in 2002 and directed by Jalal Merhi, Olivier Gruner returns as Dirk Longstreet, the former underground fighting champion. This time, he finds himself drawn into a darker, deadlier arena, one hidden deep inside a corrupt prison. When investigative reporter Nicole Kent is thrown into the prison and attacked, Dirk must rise again, fighting through the underground ring to expose the corruption and avenge her suffering. Joining Gruner is Lorenzo Lamas, whose presence adds extra star power to the sequel. Together, they bring weight to a story that mixes prison corruption with bare-knuckle redemption. While it follows the familiar structure of the first film, The Circuit 2 tries to up the intensity with its fights and a grim prison backdrop that gives this chapter a tougher, more desperate tone. At number 9 is Tiger Claws 3, released in 2000. The movie once again stars Jalal Merhi as Detective Tarek Richards alongside Cynthia Rothrock and Lauren Avedon. The story begins when a martial artist named Stryker resurrects 3 ancient Chinese master assassins in a bid to take over New York City's criminal underworld. With chaos spreading through the streets, it's up to Tarek Richards to stop them. Cynthia Rothrock returns only briefly, appearing in the film's opening minutes before being killed off. On the other hand, Lauren Avedon steals every scene he's in, fully embracing his role as the over-the-top villain with a performance that turns pure scenery chewing into an art form. At number 8, we have The Circuit, a 2001 underground fighting film directed by Jalal Merhi and starring Olivier Gruner as Dirk Longstreet, a former champion in a brutal no-rules arena. After leaving that violent world behind to become a teacher, Dirk is pulled back in when he learns his younger brother has joined the same deadly fight club to make quick money. Forced to face his past, Dirk returns to the underground circuit, a world filled with corruption, broken fighters, and blood-soaked redemption. The Circuit became one of FilmOne's most recognized early 2000s releases and even launched a small franchise. At number 7 is Operation Golden Phoenix, a 1994 action-adventure film that brings together Jalal Merhi, Lauren Avedon, James Hong, and Karen Shepard in a globe-trotting story of greed, loyalty, and betrayal. The plot follows a skilled fighter hired to protect one half of an ancient medallion, a relic said to lead to a lost treasure. But when a ruthless crime boss and a rival kickboxer set out to claim it, the mission becomes a deadly race across continents. Though set partly in Beirut, many of its sequences were actually filmed on a Toronto soundstage to keep costs under control. One unusual production note, actor Michael Sinelnikov's performance as the curator was later re-looped by another voice actor in post-production. With its treasure hunting setup and martial arts infused action, Operation Golden Phoenix sits at an interesting crossroads in FilmOne's history. Coming in at number 6 is Expect No Mercy, a 1995 sci-fi action film directed by Zale Dalen. The movie stars Billy Blanks, Jalal Merhi, Wolf Larson, Laurie Holden, and Anthony DeLongis, combining futuristic technology with martial arts intensity. The story centers on a government agent who infiltrates a virtual reality combat academy, only to discover it's secretly training assassins for hire under the control of its power-hungry founder Warbeck. Behind the scenes, the production saw several casting shakeups. Gary Daniels was originally considered for the role of Warbeck, but the US distributor pushed for a change, leading to Wolf Larson's casting. Likewise, Billy Blanks stepped in to replace Olivier Gruner as the film's lead on short notice. The film embraced mid-1990s sci-fi aesthetics, blending virtual reality concepts with hands-on stunt work and traditional fight choreography. While the premise borders on the outlandish, Expect No Mercy remains a fun, energetic ride. At number 5 is Tiger Claws 2, a 1996 action sequel written and directed by J. Stephen Maunder and produced by Jalal Merhi. The film reunites Merhi, Cynthia Rothrock, and Bolo Young in another deadly chase filled with martial arts duels and supernatural undertones. This time, New York detectives Tarek Richards and Linda Masterson are back on the trail of Chong, the escaped serial killer from the first film. Like most of FilmOne's productions, Tiger Claws 2 was packed with real martial artists performing their own stunts. Combining gritty police procedural elements with kung fu mysticism, Tiger Claws 2 continued the franchise's reputation for stylish, fast-paced action and practical stunt work. It's a reminder of how FilmOne could stretch its resources to deliver films that felt much bigger than their budgets. At number 4 is Fearless Tiger, originally known as Black Pearls, the movie that marked the birth of FilmOne Productions. Directed by Ron Hume and starring Jalal Merhi, Monica Schnara, Lazar Rockwood, Bolo Young, and Jamie Farr. The movie tells the story of a privileged young man who abandons his comfortable life to train in Hong Kong and avenge his brother's death at the hands of a local drug cartel. Filming began in July 1989 and wrapped in early September, with most scenes shot around Toronto and additional photography done in Hong Kong. Despite its international setting, even the tournament sequences set in Asia were filmed in Brampton, Ontario. An international cut of the film was later re-edited and released in 1994 under the title Fearless Tiger, introducing the FilmOne brand to worldwide audiences. At number 3, we have TC-2000, a 1993 science fiction action film directed by T.J. Scott and starring Billy Blanks, Jalal Merhi, Bolo Young, Bobby Phillips, and Matthias Hughes. Set in a dystopian future where the wealthy live underground and the poor are left to survive on the surface, the film follows an elite law enforcer who uncovers a government plot to turn fallen soldiers into deadly cyborgs. Initially, TC-2000 began life as a potential sequel to Tiger Claws, but it soon evolved into a standalone sci-fi adventure after pre-sales convinced backers to fund something bolder and more futuristic. It became the first feature offered to director T.J. Scott, who would later go on to a successful television career. Behind the scenes, the movie faced heavy re-editing. US backer Shapiro Glickenhaus Entertainment felt the original cut leaned too much into drama and ordered it recut to emphasize action. As a result, Jalal Merhi lost around 15 minutes of screen time, including several fight and character scenes that reflected his vision for a more story-driven film. Despite the interference, TC-2000 remains one of FilmOne's most ambitious productions. At number 2 is Tiger Claws, the 1992 Canadian-American action film that truly put FilmOne Productions on the map. Directed by Kelly Macon and starring Cynthia Rothrock, Jalal Merhi, and Bolo Young, it blends police procedural storytelling with martial arts action in a way that became a FilmOne trademark. The story follows two detectives, Linda Masterson and Tarek Richards, as they investigate a string of murders targeting martial arts masters. Released on VHS and Laserdisc by Universal Home Video in the summer of 1992, Tiger Claws became an unexpected hit on the home video market, drawing attention for its strong cast and slick fight sequences. The success of Tiger Claws spawned 2 sequels and solidified FilmOne's reputation as a studio that could deliver fast, fight-heavy action that connected with audiences around the world. Taking the top spot is Talons of the Eagle, a 1992 martial arts action film that united Billy Blanks and Jalal Merhi in one of FilmOne's most enduring partnerships. Directed by Michael Kennedy, it tells the story of two undercover cops, one from New York and one from Toronto, who join forces to infiltrate a deadly crime syndicate led by Mr. Lee, played by the legendary James Hong. When several DEA agents are murdered, the agency recruits New York martial artist Tyler Wilson and pairs him with Canadian officer Michael Reed. To get close to the enemy, the two must enter a martial arts tournament where the syndicate scouts for new recruits. Their training comes from real-life kung fu master Pan Ching Fu, who plays as himself in the movie, a teacher seeking vengeance for his own son's death at the hands of Mr. Lee's men. Filmed entirely in Toronto between April and May '92, Talons of the Eagle enjoyed wide home video success. Its partnership between American and Canadian talent and high-energy fight scenes helped cement the movie as one of FilmOne's definitive hits. These were the 10 action movies that defined FilmOne. But if you think that was impressive, wait until you see how small budgets created some of the best fight scenes ever filmed. Watch our previous video and discover the hidden gems that prove great action doesn't need a Hollywood price tag.
You're gonna die, bounty tracker!
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content.